Hello everybody, I hope this message finds you well. I thank you so much for stopping by my channel. As most of you know, I'm an intuitive reader. I get multiple messages and it can go throughout the entire message, the entire video. If you get to the end of the messages and nothing is in your wheelhouse, then this message wasn't for you. Don't force it to fit. I have other content. You may want to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. If you don't see anything and you would like a personal read, my information is in the description box. You can also find my website, and occasionally I put content there. And let's see, I think that's all the housework that I want to do right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, we're going to start off with our radical trust. We're going to start off with our fire signs. Now, fire signs, if you have any challenges that come up, I know right now we're in Mercury retrograde, so some of you could be in your fields thinking about things in the past, or having problems with technology, travel plans, the things that Mercury retrogrades are pretty much well good for. But we're checking in for the month of December, and we've got that new moon. For the fire signs, for some of you, if there's any challenges that arise, you just want to be flexible and be adaptable to change, and you'll see that things go your way. I do see for some of you fire signs that, your newfound sense of confidence, self-expression, your boundaries may not be sitting well with some, and you may find that people are falling out of your circle. Let them go. I think December would be a great time, not only for your self-expression and things of that nature, but self-care as well for your fire signs. Question opportunities that may arise. Follow your intuition. Some of them I'm getting maybe a little bit funky. But all in all, be flexible and adaptable. If your intuition is, right there on point, then follow your intuition. But if something seems hinky, then, you want to follow that as well. So we're going to go ahead, and radical trust is trusting in yourself and surrendering to the will of the divine. So I'm just kind of getting, your boundaries. There might be like a psychological deep mind dive that you go into, and you're doing your spiritual checkup is kind of what I'm feeling. So anyway, let's get to your read for let's do this one. For the fire signs, spirit guides, guardian angels, what messages do you have for the month of December as a general collective? Okay, we've got, for the fire signs, we've got a few that fell, and oddly enough, some are on their side. So let's go with this. We have the Emperor on the side, and we have the High Priestess on their side. And we have the World, we have the Hermit, and we have the Ace of Wands. All right. So automatically what this is telling me, the Emperor, you've got your fire energy. So here we are. We're talking about you, fire signs, and we're talking about fire energy. Now the Emperor is in Aries in particular, but we're going to go with the fire energy as I'm combining all of this. And we have the High Priestess on the side. So some of you may have had a plan that seems to be stalled or blocked, or is not moving along as well as you had hoped or anticipated. There seems to be a challenge there with that at this time. It's not in the flip. It's not in the reverse, but it is on its side, which means there's a pause. Something is in, I'm getting, it just hasn't, it's not working out right now the way you planned. It hasn't failed, but it's just stalled, or it's not moving as quickly as you thought it would. You're looking for that energy, that movement, for it to catch, that fire to catch behind it. You're looking for that energy to get it to move. We have the Hermit. The Hermit energy is saying, not only does the Hermit go in, and think about things, but they're also collecting information. They're also learning, and they're exchanging information. So now may be a time to seek guidance or get an outside perspective on that. And the world usually happens when you're wrapping up chapters and you're getting ready. The next one would be, the Fool, because you would be starting over, because you would have finished all of the major arcana and you would be on to your next trip. So what I'm getting is that something is getting ready to wrap up. And let's get some clarification on that, because Spirit's also telling you to seek guidance and that you're looking for new energy. So I'm getting multiple energies. Maybe you're too scattered. Maybe you're not focusing on one thing at a time. And maybe you are, what they just showed me is multiple baskets and not enough eggs to put in each basket. Okay, so that means it's not stretching yourself thin. It means you've got a beautiful mind. You have a beautiful mind and you have all these creative ideals. However, you're not focusing on one long enough. So that's kind of the problem. That's why nothing is moving forward, is because it's not given the proper energy. It's not being manifested properly. You're not looking at the signs of, of staying committed to the one ideal or two ideals, but it's not the follow through. You're not following your intuition or your instincts. You're following your doubts and your fears at this moment. So you're jumping from one basket to the next. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. But that's what I'm getting intuitively. So let me get some clarification on this world. The ending of the chapter, and see what that's in reference to. Thank you, Spirit. Oops. Okay, we had some flip. So we have, you're asking for strength and hope. So hope, something about renewal, something about a connection, a reconnection, a rebirth, a renewal, and you're asking for strength. So there was something that ended that you're looking for a way to reconnect, and you're looking for hope, and you're seeking strength, and you're seeking answers and guidance in that area for something that you thought ended. This very well could be that Mercury retrograde energy, but I'm definitely getting hope and renewal and reconnection with the star. With the star, it usually is about, hope and balance. Well, it's usually about hope and renewal, but it's also connection. It also speaks of connection. So there's a connection you want to start, or there is something that you are connected to that you're not necessarily wanting to end, but it looks like it wrapped up, and you're asking for strength. Do you let it go? Do you let it go? Because you have hope that there's something there. So right now you're asking for strength. So you believe that, with the Knight of Wands, you believe that there's something there, okay? You believe that there's energy there, that there's momentum to move forward. All right? You feel that. But there's something cold that's getting in the way. Possibly an air sign. There's something cold that's getting away. It's cold, hard facts. Maybe you're finally realizing that something that you have been connected to may have been karmic for years. And although it keeps floating by and giving, message after message, mixed messages is what I'm getting, is you're finally finding your strength, and you are finally recognizing that the renewal and the connection into spirit and the divine all lays with you. And I think that's why it's wrapped up. That's why that chapter is closed up. But they have nothing to do with this plan and the Empress. It's just, you've got way too many baskets going on. You need to minimize these baskets. You need to bring it down. You need to be flexible. Yes. You need to adapt. Yes. Sagittarius are really going to have a good month in December 11/11. But they have to, when challenges arise, they have to be flexible and they have to adapt. And for your Aries, I'm pretty much getting the thing. People are going to fall away because of your confidence, your self-expression, the you that you are finding and who you are becoming. And I believe that's the world for you. Okay. So, stand in your power, reclaim your power, your self-expression, your boundaries, get into your self-care. And I believe, you Leos are going to be the ones doing a lot of psychological, I'm actually getting it for all of the fire signs, but you're getting that psychological deep dive of what's working, what's not working, and who's there, who's not there. It's kind of that energy. You need to follow. I believe that this star is representing also with the High Priestess, is because things that you've longed for, things that you thought that there was a connection with, and the hope is there. You're totally blocking out anything that says it's not, because you thought it was your happily ever after, and that was where you were moving towards. And I think you just need the strength to do that psychological deep dive to see that, possibly old karmic connections after this Mercury retrograde, yeah, I do believe that we've got several messages here. The Hermit, seek wisdom and guidance, but also the Hermit, go in and reevaluate and evaluate, because we've got the light that's being held here, but we've also got a hidden light. Okay, do you see that? We also have a hidden light. There's information that you're holding on to, or that is being held on to, that you don't quite see, but that road is there, the road to self-discovery, the road to find that information. It's not going to stay hidden for very long. So that's pretty much what I've got, but I don't want to leave you there. I want to do a soul card for you. And we've got freedom. Finally let yourself go of this. I recognize the horse. I've been dreaming a lot about horses lately. I don't know why. They represent freedom, being untamed, wild. Just definitely getting, you need to free yourself from the old probabilities and the old things. You just need to set yourself free. There's not really a nice way to put it. You need to set yourself free, but until you can reconcile that in your own mind and your heart, nobody can really tell you anything. You'll have to reconcile that, within yourself. So that psychological deep dive is going to be needed in the month of December. All right, so that's what we've got for you, fire signs. And What is that? One more. One more. We're going to do a guide for the a guardian of the hidden realms, or guide of the hidden realms. All right, so we have rise to the occasion, flexibility, capabilities, you know. Here we go. Capability, strength, authenticity, and free will. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you're exercising your free will. Be authentic. You know what you're capable of. You know what you're not capable of. I'm still seeing that visual fire signs with way too many baskets. You need to minimize those baskets. You're stretching your eggs out in all these baskets, and nothing is going to be fulfilled or satisfied until you can minimize the amount of baskets and concentrate and focus. Then you're going to see the success. Right now, you're jumping from one to the other. You're just doing it way too fast. So rise to the occasion. You are very capable, okay? But you have to look at it as capability as well. So the capability of success. So when you're minimizing those baskets, look at which ones that, you know, with your higher guidance, your higher GPS, your intuition. I know it has been on its side for a while, but you really need to sit with yourself and ask you which ones are working for you and that you really want to invest the time in. All right. So only you know what eggs you're putting in those baskets and what those baskets represent. So with that being said, I will catch you on the next read. If you want to expand upon this, personal information on how to get in touch with me is in the description. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. God bless.